Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're once again now kind of seeing the global phenomenon form of the 30th anniversary collection. Now, as you guys probably know, we have not been happy with it, but I do want to go and say and follow up for maybe a future near time video. There actually might even be more restocks even from PlayStation themselves that might be on the way. So obviously, if you guys want to go and subscribe and get some details on that, or for the PS5 Pro giveaway with all the 2 YouTube channels down below and the 2 Twitter accounts down below, if you guys want to get the follows, you guys are very welcome to. But the one big thing is that apparently throughout the entire planet, like I'm talking Japan, UK, Korea, America, Canada, all these locations had the same exact issues everywhere. And to the point where some of the UK drops were just horrendous. Like, don't worry, I mean, like us in America kind of get a little bit screwed over too. But I did see at least a few American folks get their consoles. But in other regions, apparently it was even worse. Scalpers were even worse. And just right now, it's kind of funny because the entire planet that wanted to have these specialized consoles that we've been kind of covering a lot on this channel are all just absolutely disappointed in many different ways. And now I may make a few videos on this, and maybe I'll even overly make videos on it, like unintentionally. I'm just very passionate about this because I really wanted one, and I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about it, that I wanted one. But apparently everything was horrible everywhere. Now in America, I basically was trying my best to focus on the American audience because like 90% of my YouTube audience is American. We have a few people like in India and UK or Australians, the Aussies out there, shout out to you guys. But a lot of us were American, so I focused on that. But apparently this was an absolute S show everywhere, where everything was horrible, everything was bad, and it's just... let's just go talk about it because it's just been rough. And at the same time, too, if you guys are bored, we're probably gonna be live up on Twitch right this second, so check that out after this video is all done. I'm gonna get drunk as all heck, so I'm a horrible DJ on Twitch if you guys are bored, but if not, just feel free to enter in the giveaway and hang out here. So, as we mentioned, this 30th anniversary edition was horrible, and there is still a few more drops on the way. Like, not to go get your hopes up super much, because it is still limited edition, but we even made a video yesterday, I'm sure a lot of you guys saw, that is now confirmed that Walmart will be doing more drops with this. And as well, we're going to be waiting to see if any more things do come on out. We don't necessarily know which places have stock, which ones might be holding stock, and if there's any more details, we'll let you know. But apparently, throughout the entire planet, it was an absolute S show, and I'm just saying that because I don't want to have, you know, like the random 60-year-old grandma who's trying to get a console for their kid yell at me and send me an angry email, which definitely happened 4 years ago in the PS5 restocks, where someone said I was a potty mouth because I accidentally said the word F in a video because Sony messed up bad. My apologies. You're probably not here. Hopefully, you're not like a retarded home, but yeah, that I'm sorry, my bad. Anyway, so the PlayStation 30th anniversary pre-order shouldn't have been such a disaster, and I agree. Like, I made a few videos on this and stuff, and it's just rough, it's stupid, and this is like, I was looking forward for this for months, and they said I plan to get up early yesterday and pre-order a couple items from the Sony's 30th anniversary collection, which good luck, which includes the stylized accessories, the consoles, other devices from the 1994 PlayStation, all that good stuff. And they're like, hey, it was all very limited, whether you wanted the PS5 30th Anniversary Pro or Portal. So they had basically given up hope. Even I kind of gave up hope, if you guys remember those videos on, well, just seeing those videos. And they said, but if I kept a close eye on the PlayStation Direct website throughout the 26th, they'd be in with a slim chance of bagging everything they wanted. And this is actually, I didn't even know this time-wise, but apparently, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, they say, then Sony opened the pre-orders minutes after midnight, when everyone else in the UK was sound asleep, themselves included. So apparently, and like once again, I wish I knew someone in like the UK to like answer or not, but apparently they didn't even have like a proper normal time. Like 10 a.m. for me was early, sure, but I think a lot of people work a normal 9 to 5, and they can probably be awake by 7 a.m. to go sit in a queue. You know, it's a little bit weird maybe to do it throughout the weekdays because some people are physically, literally working. Like they are actively doing like construction work. They're outside. They have to literally be in meetings, so they can't just go and have their phone open or their laptop open for a chance and waste a bunch of time, which also is another big issue. Like I actually saw some people out there, one guy left a comment saying he's like a proper construction worker. So for him to provide for his family, he could not send out a laptop and a phone out there the entire time because he was quite literally laying concrete as they're working, and they were mad about it because they missed the 30th anniversary edition, which understandably so, it's just sometimes the luck of the draw, but like that must suck. Like, imagine that you're just working, like, to provide for your family, and you couldn't even go and, well, go even have a chance to get something you really wanted to have because the stock was so limited and it was all RNG. But let alone this, if the UK drop was at midnight, bro, people, this is the middle of the week. People have to go to work. People have kids. People have to sleep. And while midnight for me is not late, but I'm also like a YouTuber, Twitch streamer, degenerate. So, like, I can kind of go and stay up if I have to, or wake up early if I have to. Because a lot of things I do is, like, if you guys ever know, I have a normal job too as well, where I do do a lot of contracting work. I do like analytics and stuff like that. But I've also obviously do a lot of things on Twitch, which if you guys are bored, hang out, say hi and follow down below, or on YouTube. But I usually use the YouTube money I make to give away things like the PS5 giveaway we're giving out. So like I don't necessarily use this too much for income, more so for fun. That's why I just make it so many videos, because I just love it. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber even when I was a kid. So the fact that you guys even watch my videos is just dope. But what's not dope is the fact that PlayStation throughout the entire planet sucked. And the same issues, I believe, happened in the UK. And maybe I'll do a little deep dive into it because I just find the topic interesting. But apparently the UK also got flooded with scalpers. Same with us in America, where they just stole every single console. And some normal people got their consoles, yes. But it was just a massive influx of just scalpers throughout the entire planet. And they're saying when they woke up, there's already a massive queue to get into the website itself, and every single limited edition console and controller, which the controller is actually still way more sought after than I ever thought it would have been. Maybe just the price point's chill and it's still a collector's edition, but like that has been a really big hot commodity. They're saying I wasn't going to spend several £100s on a portal they didn't need, so they got the DualSense Edge and then tried not to be too hard on themselves because it wasn't really their fault that Sony messed up. And I also saw people that were sad. You guys even probably saw my video where I was disappointed I didn't get the 30th anniversary edition. I tried. I make the videos on this stuff. Like I was in there in the fray in the war zone with all of you guys. And I still think this is going to hurt me for like a week. Now, it's not the biggest deal. Like, don't worry, I'm not like going outside and sulking and like throwing rocks in the pond because I didn't get my console. Life goes on. Like, I understand, you know, like that same day, it's like, well, that sucks, whatever, moving on. And I got my PS5 Pro for us to go give out. So like, we take the small wins either way. But it sucks because apparently Sony messed up everywhere throughout the entire planet in every different region, in like in India, China, Japan, even in the UK, of all these other various regions. I know I'm just kind of throwing those random countries in. There was more selective countries for the PS strike. Don't get me wrong, but whatever. You guys get the picture of it. But like, it sucks. Like, it really just sucks. So then they wait in the queue anyway just to see what they'd have to do and how many hours it would take. And I was in my queue for like an hour. It was a very long time for me. And then basically for that one, the stock was annihilated by scalpers, as we already kind of covered on the channel, and people are just sad about this, bro. Which is why I hope they will do more drops. Whether they either go and cancel some drop orders or they go and have other things like how Walmart's doing drops. I hope there's a little bit more, or at least in the bare minimum, maybe do some non-limited edition ones, like maybe make those special. You get like 12,000. They have like the collector's thing, and I would love to have like a knockoff version. Give us the console covers, whatever we can actually self-insert on, I'm cool with. But it sucks because they're saying, by even for them, judging by eBay listings, which are now flooding the limited edition PS5 Pro for several £1,000s, which if you guys want a deep dive video on that, let me know. That's exactly what happened. Good, honest people who wanted to get their hands on something have once again been beaten to the punch by the jerks who abuse the market and take advantage of those willing to pay the inflated prices. Now, don't get me wrong. If I was one of those YouTubers and I had like 500,000 YouTube subs, I would probably buy one just for the sake of, number one, I'd want it, and number two, I'd have the money to be balling out of it. I don't really make that much money on YouTube or Twitch stuff from my side hobbies I do. Now, I might get a little bit of money if you guys see an ad or whatever, or do a sponsor, but like I mentioned, I usually kind of just give that money back out. And I would love to go and have like a one random video go viral, and I just repurpose that money to go buy like a PS5, 30th edition from a scalper and give it away to someone out there. Like, it's like, hey, whatever, like the power of the internet, let me do this for free. Who cares about the scalper? Get like a sponsor. Like if a company out there would want to sponsor one of my videos and would literally pay me for a pro, I would give you the like months of promotion to give it out to someone in my community. Now, will any company hear that and hear my screeching for it? Probably not, but I wish. And it sucks because apparently globally this entire drop was bad. Like globally, now they have a chance to like let it sit for a day and like resonate with everyone, because scalpers were there. They were going through the system. They were trying to scheme it on through. And what I was even saying too as well, they should have went a little bit bigger. Even 100,000 more consoles, which does take away the limited edition, don't get me wrong, would at least have had a chance for some people to have a chance to buy their consoles. And they even said in this article, Sony could have avoided this by offering a greater amount of stock instead of relying heavily on artificial scarcity to drum up interest, which may have also just been done for them to drive more traffic to the PS5 Pro, or offering a queue system that actually prioritized any form of fairness. Only 12,300 limited edition PS5 Pro consoles were produced, which is roughly 0.001% of every PS5 that will ever be sold, which is an astronomically low number. And even increase that number to 123,000, that'd still only be 0.01%. Or I guess I missed it up, but whatever. And it also it sucks. But at least that would actually increase the prices of chances of normal people having to not have to pay exorbitant prices from scalpers to get their consoles and actually enjoy it. Instead, it just got basically stolen over here by a bunch of scalpers. And people were saying that there was a lot of issues too as well for people trying to get their PS5 Pro earlier, and they were dunking on the price point, the fact that it shouldn't even exist too as well. But at the same time, I agree that collectors definitely have a bigger push and idea behind it. And they also even mentioned too that there was a mediocre queue system. The internal site had to go through hoops. I had errors on me trying to get my console. And at the same time too, I knew some people who made it through the queue. They saw the 30th anniversary edition, and at the same time, they couldn't even check it out. So I don't want to harp on their drop being too bad. Like, I'm not going to be making another 80 videos on it. Maybe a few more, because there's a lot more stuff coming out with it. I just hope there's going to be more stock. We have another chance for more drops, and maybe even get rid of some of these scalper queues who bought like 20 of them and resell them again in the future. So I just hope in the future, if they ever do these special things, which I do love, I want something cool. I want something unique, but maybe a little bit more stock supply for the normal folks out there. Subscribe if you guys are new, put on the notifications, subscribe to the second channel as well. We're going to be making videos over there, and also enter for the giveaway. We have both the Twitter accounts down below to follow for entries, and of course, come say hi on Twitch. We're going to be doing some drinking, probably get over all these sad woes as well. Appreciate y'all for watching, and I love you guys.